I'm Brenda Caldwell, aka Dr. B. Welcome to the Hope Zone, moving you from a place of hopelessness and brokenness to a place of healing and wholeness, a place where hope is alive to bring you more peace, more joy, more freedom, and more understanding of your God-given purpose. Let's enter the Hope Zone. Hi, and welcome in, Hope family. You're with me, Brenda Caldwell, aka Dr. B, for another edition of the Hope Zone. You just entered the Hope Zone, where there is hope for every situation. Yes, indeed, I am the hopeologist, the ambassador of hope, hope on two legs, and of course, hope is what I give, and hope is why I live. So I am all things hope, and I'm so excited about today because we're giving hope in an empowerment way. Ooh, you listen in, you're listening at the right time for this podcast because it's going to ignite, empower, and strengthen you. I just believe that. And so first of all, let me just say thank you so much for joining me for episode 14. Can you believe that? You have been taking the journey with me. We are growing together. Thank you so much. I appreciate feedback that I've received on this podcast, on the Hope Zone so far. And it's just encouraging me to continue. You never know who's listening. You just never know who is receiving it. And so I just promise God, as long as there's one person listening to this podcast, that I would be faithful to it. And so thank you for the many, many, many ones that continue to tune in. I do appreciate it. I certainly appreciate you sharing the podcast. I appreciate you telling your friends about it and people who you believe need hope for every situation. So as we get started today, we're talking about I have a right. Woohoo, listen to that. I have a right. Discovering 12 rights that empower your life. Discovering 12 rights that empower your life. And we're going to do part 1 on today, and we'll continue on next week. But I want to just encourage you. Take notes on these rights, because you're going to want to keep these rights and you're going to want to walk in these rights. And so the reason that it's so important to do this topic is because we need to be able to find our voice, and we need to be able to know our worth, and need to be able to be confident to approach life in a way that frees us from people. Oh my God. Frees us from people. And there are so many ways that we find ourselves just too concerned about what people think and what people are going to feel and what people are going to do and what people are going to say and so forth when it comes to being empowered with our rights. So this is a day that you would want to take notes. If I were you, I'd be getting something to take some notes with. Come on. And so as we talk about these 12 empowerment rights, the thing that I want to do is give this definition of what it means to be empowered. What does empowerment even mean? When you talk about the word empowerment, and you are talking about the ability, empowerment means having the power and the authority, being able to walk in power and authority, being able to know your rights, claiming your rights. So when you talk about being able to know your power and know your rights, that is something that every human being needs to be able to know that you have available to you. And so it says empowerment, authority or power given to someone to do something. The authority or the power given to someone to do something. That's what I'm here to do today. I'm putting on my empowerment coach hat. That's part of what I do in my daily work. Is I'm an empowerment speaker, empowerment coach, clinical therapist, speaker, minister, author, you name it. I'll have a lot of different hats, but I certainly am an empowerment coach. And so I do like to give people, if you will, something that they can use, if you will, for the rest of their life. And the other part of empowerment is the process of becoming stronger. Did you hear that? Or more confident, especially in controlling one's life or claiming one's right. In fact, let me write that again. Say that again so that if you are a note taker, you would like to write that down. The empowerment means the process of becoming stronger and more confident, especially in controlling one's life or claiming one's rights. Of course, you can continue to listen to the podcast as a repeat, and you can get that if you didn't get it. So I want you to understand, I'm here today to empower you. You are powerful. You are a creation of God. You matter in the earth. Your voice matters. Your opinion matters. Your feelings matter. Listen, you have a right, and there are 12 of them that I'm going to be breaking down for you, because I want you to take the authority that you have, to take the power back. So many times we don't even realize we're giving power to other people. So if you've been giving your power away to other people, being a people pleaser, you're listening on the right day at the right time for the right reason with the right vessel. Yes, you are. You are about to be empowered. I want to impart something to you that you can use for the rest of your life. Are you a people pleaser? Do you find it very difficult to say no to people without feeling guilty? Do you struggle with being able to express yourself? Do you find yourself being very passive in your relationships, whoever those relationships are? Do you find yourself keeping your true feelings in? Do you find yourself just struggling to speak up when it's necessary on your job? Do you find yourself keeping everything in and then going home and wishing that you had told that person? Instead you tell somebody else that can't do anything about your situation. I want you to be empowered to walk in the authority, to walk in the confidence, come on, and to be in control of your life in such a way where you don't give your power away, that you don't overcommit. Have you overcommitted to some things before? Come on. And then you find yourself going, oh God, Lord, why did I agree to do that? Why did I tell her I would do that? And then you just don't even feel like you can call her back and, and change your mind. You just can't. You just, oh Lord, she's going to expect me to be in this wedding and I really don't want to be in it. Oh Lord, I don't know. It's okay. So you're going to get free today. You're going to get free today. Are you ready to be empowered? I want you to say this: I am ready to be empowered. Did you say that? Say it again. I am ready to be empowered. Come on, words have so much power. It will be what you say. If you're ready to be empowered, condition your mind. So let's start. I'm going to give you number one. So the first empowerment, these are empowerment statements. This is I have a right. So we're starting with I have a right. So empowerment number one is I have the right to ask for what I want or need. Let's say that I have a right to ask for what I want or need. Did you say that? Let's say it again. I have a right to ask for what I want or need. Okay, so let's break that down. Yeah, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Condition yourself, because when you're learning these 12 empowerment rights, I promise you want to start reciting them and saying them and seeing them. That's why writing them down is so good, putting your eyes on them and finding yourself saying it. When you think about what you want or what you need in a relationship, big one, are you honest in your relationship, in your marriage, with your partner, with your friend? Are you honest with yourself? Are you honest? Are you able to say what you want and what you need on your job? Are you able to say what you want or what you need? What do you need to do your job better? What do you want? You have a right to ask for what you want. Maybe it's a desire of yours to be able to, have your husband do something a little bit different than what he's doing. That's not maybe meeting your needs or something. It's okay. You have a right to ask for what you want. Ask for what you need. Ask. It's okay. People can't read your mind. Don't get mad at somebody if they're not giving you something. If they don't know what you need, if they don't know what you want, don't cop an attitude. Don't get mad. Don't be passive aggressive. Too many people are passive aggressive, and passive aggressive means I'm angry with you, I'm perturbed with you, but I'm not going to tell you directly. I'm going to pretend everything's okay, but it's going to come out like an attitude, or I'm going to give you the silent treatment. No, that's not healthy. And far too many people are too passive aggressive, and you don't want to be passive aggressive. You don't want to hold your true feelings in, hold in what you wanting or what you need, and then you just all of a sudden you're just going off and you're mad, and then now you're letting it all come out. You don't ever do this, and you never do that, and you never do. What's all this aggression coming from? So it's important to start off with knowing you have a right to simply ask for what you want, ask for what you need, ask for what you desire, ask in a relationship, ask on the job, ask whatever that relationship would be. When you go to a grocery store, or not necessarily a grocery store, but when you're going to purchase something, don't just let some salesperson, talk you into getting something because it's going to give that person a sale. No, ask for what you really want. If that's not what you want, say, no, I'm sorry. I'm not looking for that. That's not going to be it. I'm not interested in purchase that. So many times people get talked into getting things that they didn't even want. They just end up, satisfying somebody who's trying to push something on them. No, ask for what you want, ask for what you need, and be okay with that. You will love, come on, being able to feel good that you spoke up. You will. So asking for what you want, asking for what you need is a right. And regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the situation, they can say no, but at least you have asked. At least you have expressed yourself. That's an empowerment. You feel like you are empowered when you are honest and when you ask. Another one, here's number 2. And that is, I have a right to say, oh my God, this is a big one. Come on, hold on to your seat belt. I have a right to say no to requests or demands without feeling guilty. Did you hear that? Listen, that's a huge one for a lot of people. Is that you? Are you a people pleaser? Do you have a hard time saying no because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings? How many times have you said no to something? I'm sorry, how many times have you agreed to something and you wish to God that you had just said no? And now you're trying to backtrack, and you want to get out of it. Come on, you're probably laughing right now, thinking, "Oh my God, she's talking to me. Oh Lord, I just did that." Come on, we all, I think, to some degree, have been guilty of that, maybe in our lifetime. But some people are really, 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 really. It's a hard thing to just say no, because again, think about when it comes to family. Family. Oh, family. When it comes to family, how many times has your family, somebody in your family, your sister, your brother, have talked you into something or asked you to do something and you wish you said no? Oh my God. Oh my God. There's one that comes to my mind right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That I know that if I could just take a big eraser and just erase it from my past, erase it. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, the right to say, if I truly had been thinking the day that I got this phone call from a family member asking me to do something I did not want to do, but I was thinking about his feelings more than my feelings, and I ended up agreeing to doing it, and I live to regret it. Oh my God. Is that you? Have you ever given in to a family member? Come on, doing something that you just regretted because you did it out of obligation, didn't want to let them down, didn't want to hurt their feelings, didn't want them to think that you didn't love them or that you wouldn't be there for them and all of that. Listen to me. I want you to understand that you have a right. I want you to say this. I have a right to say no to requests or demands without feeling guilty. Oh, let's say it again. I have a right to say no to requests or demands without feeling guilty. Yes, you do. That's your right. Say that. That's my right. You can put some attitude on it. That is my right. Oh my God, we got to find humor in it. Listen, when you talk about being empowered, I just want you to be empowered today. These are the 12 empowerment rights that give you the ability to have authority and to claim your right, come on, to be able to make decisions that are best for you and not in the best interest of somebody else who wants you to just do something for them that they think that you should be doing for them just because of, for whatever reason. They're your family, they're your friends, they're your bestie, they're your pastor. Hello, are you with me? Come on, it doesn't matter who the person is. They're your supervisor. Now, hold on, wait a minute. You got to use common sense. Don't wait, put it in perspective when it comes to the job. Now, somebody wants you to do something that's outside of your job scope, and it's something that's dangerous. It's something that is unhealthy. It's something that is, just absolutely immoral. Absolutely on the job. Absolutely. You have a right to say no to any request or demand without feeling guilty within a scope of reason. So when it comes to your job, you want to use wisdom, you want to use common sense, you want to use caution. But outside of the scope of job, now we not even one on a job, we're not going to let somebody take advantage of us. That's what we're saying. So we're saying in relationships and when you're in life, don't feel like you just have to do anything that everybody wants you to do. I mean, sometimes your plate is full and now somebody else wants you to be in a wedding. Now somebody else wants you to come to their event. Now someone else wants you to, borrow some money from you. People can come so many different ways to ask for things, to make requests for things of us, and demands of things from us. Just remember, you have a right to say no. You don't have to feel guilty. Whew. Doesn't it feel good to know you have a right to say no without the guilt? So it's not like saying no, but then now you're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel so bad about it. You can't even have peace. You're wondering, are they going to be mad at you? You're wondering, oh God, are they going to stop talking to you? Somebody who stops talking to you, see, that's the mistake that I made when I gave in to the wishes of my family member many years ago, thinking I didn't want this person at that particular time to think I wasn't, a loyal family member and all of that. But today, oh my God, I promise you, because I am empowered and because I know my rights, I would say no in a heartbeat. No, in a heartbeat. In fact, it's amazing because not too long ago, that same family member came back and asked me for some money, and I point blank said, no, sorry, no, won't be able to do it. Didn't feel guilty. I felt good. Woo-hoo. Come on. I didn't feel guilty. I felt good. If I was a rapper, y'all know I've told you I was an aspiring, rapper. But I'm working on my career. Hadn't got it off the ground just yet. But if I was a rapper, I would say, hold up, I'm probably not gonna do it, can't do it, won't do it, get back. No, never mind, get on with it. Just like to have a little fun. But listen, saying no without feeling guilty is a good, healthy thing to do. Let's move on. Right number 3. Right number 3 says, I have the right to express my feelings honestly and directly. Did you hear that? I have a right to express my feelings honestly and directly. I want you to say that. I have a right to express my feelings honestly and directly. Didn't that feel good to say? Didn't it feel good? That's right. I have a right to express myself, my feelings honestly and directly. This is a huge one. Don't hold in your true feelings. Don't hold your true feelings in. How many times have we been in a relationship and we just held our true feelings in? Why? That's called being passive, or as I just said, passive aggressive. Passive is just holding in your true feelings and then literally feeling that you don't have a right to express yourself. It means feeling that you won't be heard. I mean, it's all kinds of ways when you're passive. It means that maybe you weren't validated in another relationship. Maybe you grew up being yelled at and you didn't feel like you could really speak up and speak your mind. It's a lot of things that can cause us to be passive and to hold our true feelings in, but it's unhealthy. So if you want to grow, this is your season to be empowered. I'm giving you the empowerment rights and the right that you have to express yourself. So the next time you need to be honest with somebody, make your mind up today that you're going to be honest. Make your mind up and say this. The next time I need to be real, I'm going to be real. Or the next time I need to express my true feelings, I will express my true feelings. It's my right. That's right. It is your right. It's your right. We have to not hold our true feelings in, and then someone else gets to tell us what all they think and what all, they believe and pretty much just shut us down. No, that's unfair. It's unfair. So whether it's on a job, even on your job, you have a right to say, I hear what you're saying, but let me be honest. I need to express myself. And this is how I feel. That's how you do it. If you want to be assertive, you want to be able to assert yourself at times by being empowered by being able to say, I need to be honest, and if you are in a relationship where you can't express your true feelings, you're in a toxic relationship. Somebody is not being valued in the relationship, and that somebody is you. I don't care who it is. You are important to God. He created you with a mouth. You have the ability within you to open up your mouth and express what's really hurting you, what's really bothering you, what's really concerning you, what really is your issue, what really is your truth, and not go all around the mountain, not just play it all down or downplay or diminish how you truly feel and play it off and blow it off and say, that's all right. They're not going to listen anyway. I ain't even going to worry about it. No, ask somebody. You need to ask, listen, I need to ask you, will you give me a chance to express myself? I really need to be honest. And I'm going to be honest. I've been afraid to really tell my truth, but I've been listening to this podcast called The Hope Zone. And this lady, her name is Dr. B, and she has so much energy and she's so motivating and encouraging. And she's inspired me to learn how to express myself. And I'm just going to start practicing expressing my truth. It is so powerful for you to do that. And so just start practicing. Just start saying, I have a right to express myself honestly and directly. I have a right to express my true feelings. You start practicing it. You would be amazed that when the moment comes that you need to speak up, you're going to speak up. You're going to speak up. Some people have no problem. They're very aggressive or what have you. And some people are assertive and have learned to. But most people really fit into the category of passive aggressive, holding it in and then exploding. Because if you hold your true feelings in too long, then when you finally find the nerve, you're going to go too far. You're going to come out, it's going to come out with so much anger. And then the person won't really hear you because you're bringing up too much at one time. So it's important to just start practicing instead of being passive or passive aggressive. Be assertive, be empowered to open up your mouth and speak your truth. Are you with me? So, and let me give you this one. Number 4. Woo! Number 4. I have a right to change my mind. Oh my God. Did you hear that? You have a right to change your mind. Let's say this one. I have a right to change my mind. Yes, you do. Did you say it? Say it again. I have a right to change my mind. Yes, you do. You have a right to change your mind. It's so important to know that sometimes you can make a decision. You can make a decision that you were going to go to your friend's party and you just decided not to. You don't have to come up with some long-winded excuse and making up something. You don't have to do all of that. You just have to decide that it's okay to change your mind. You can be in a relationship and to find out, this is not healthy for me. I'm not growing. I don't feel, edified in this relationship. I feel like this relationship doesn't appreciate me. I don't feel, valued in this relationship. You can change your mind and decide that that's not the relationship with you. You have the right to change your mind. You're working on a job, in employment, in a career, and you've just decided, you know what? I've changed my mind. This is not for me. I have a good friend that is, she works in the corporate arena, and she informed me a few weeks ago that she is going to be leaving the corporate arena to work at the zoo. That's her prerogative. She loves animals. And so she has a right to change her mind and change the course of her life. Who has something to say about it? Somebody who has an opinion. Come on. People can give their opinion. Doesn't matter. You have a right to change your mind about something. It's okay. Don't allow someone to put you in bondage. I'm telling you, people put us more in bondage than anything else. If you're ever going to get freed of anything, the greatest freedom that you hear Dr. B talking about is being freed from people, getting freed from people. Listen, you have a right to change your mind. Doesn't that just feel good to even hear? It's okay, because you may be listening to me right now and you may be in a situation that you've been contemplating changing your mind about doing something or not doing something, going somewhere and not going somewhere. Are you with me? It's okay. That is your right. You can change your mind. God's not going to send you to hell because you changed your mind. Are you with me? You're not going to be on the bad list because you changed your mind. It is okay. Family member may not like it. They'll be strong and hopefully they'll live long. But you have the right to change your mind. Oh my goodness. Let me give you a couple of more before I end today. Well, you know what I'm thinking? Just wait until next week and just end here. In fact, I think I'm gonna do just that so that you can hang on to the next set of empowerment. I want to break them down to you, but I don't want to rush them. So I'm going to end here, but I want to recap. Remember, 12 assertive rights. Number one is I have the right to ask for what I want and what I need. Right number two, I have the right to say no to requests or demands without feeling guilty. Right number three, I have the right to express my feelings honestly and directly. And right number four, I have the right to change my mind. So I just want you to get that. And this month really is Empowerment Month. It is Dr. B's Empowerment Month for you. So I'm giving you the first four. I want you to hang on to next week. I'm going to give you some more of these empowerment rights. I want you to share these empowerment rights with somebody who you know needs to hear this episode. They need to hear this episode and realize, oh my God, I do have a right. I have rights. Yes. I have the right to be empowered. Yes, this is your season to find your voice. This is your season to hang out with Dr. B, who is hope on two legs. And I am here to encourage you to know that there is hope truly for every situation. And in this season of your life, do be empowered to more than anything to have hope. Wake up with hope. Go to bed with hope. Rise back up again, knowing that there is hope for your situation. So before I close out, I just want to ask you if you will share this podcast with somebody. I would love for you to subscribe to the show so that you don't miss the next episode. That's right. I'm supposed to be saying that, so they say. Listen, I'm just being free and doing this podcast the way God has given me. I promise you, that is why it has been a joy to be able to just come before you and share with you. So I'd love for you to subscribe to the show. I'd love for you to leave a post, a comment, and I'd love for you to share it with somebody who you love, who you care about, who you know needs to be empowered like you. And so until next time, as I always say, listen, no matter what's going on in the world, there's always a reason to have hope. So hold on to hope like it's a piece of rope. Until next time, hold on to hope like it's a piece of rope. I'm so glad you made it to the end of the podcast. If the Hope Zone is making a positive difference in your life, please subscribe to the show so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a review, and most of all, share it with your friends. And remember, from your worst day to your best day, there's hope in every situation.